Welcome back to SecurityCompliance.io CMMC Assessment Guidance series, powered by Intersec Inc. In this video, we will continue to discuss the CMMC domains and their individual practices, as well as break down the information to make them easier to understand. If you are preparing for CMMC certification and would like to learn how C3PAOs will assess your CMMC Level 1 compliance and how to faster achieve it, this video is for you. Today we will be continuing our discussion from last time into the domain physical protection. As we went over last time, the physical protection has 4 total practices, and we are on the second practice, PE.1.132, which has a focus on escorting visitors and monitoring visitor activity. Discussing PE.1.132 from a NIST 800-171 point of view, people with permanent physical access credentials, like the one listed in the image to the left, are not considered visitors. You have to make sure you establish a difference between who is a visitor and who is not, and use audit logs to keep track of that visitor activity. Now, looking at what that means in terms of CMMC, it means to do not let visitors walk around private areas or equipment without an escort. Make visitors wear identifiable credentials so they can be recognized as a visitor, for example, using visitor badges, or as aforementioned, escort visitors with an employee. Just make sure that visitors are always accounted for. Now that we've discussed the definitions behind PE.1.132, let's go over an example to see it in action. Coming back from a meeting, you see the friend of a coworker walking down the hallway near your office. You know this person well and trust them, but are not sure what they're doing in the building. You stop to talk and they explain that they're here for a meeting with a coworker, but can't remember where the lunchroom is. You walk the person back to the reception area, get them a visitor badge, and wait until someone can escort them. You end up reporting this incident, and the company decides to install badge readers at the main door so visitors can't enter without an escort. It's very important that you note stuff like this. How would this apply to your organization if we had to think about it? Take a second and take a moment to reflect upon that. Here's sort of a checklist you can look at to implement and work towards achieving this practice. Establish a difference between employees and visitors. Issue visitor badges to all visitors and/or escort them while on the property. Ensure physical access is maintained and that visitors cannot access unauthorized areas, building upon the previous practice. Maintain audit logs or a visitor check-in to ensure visitor activity is monitored, and keep checking your physical access mediums, such as locks and key cards, to ensure that they work properly, to ensure that physical access is maintained. Here's a little knowledge check to see how much of PE.1.132 you understand. An individual appears at your organization claiming that they know the CEO and were told to come in and wait in their office until the CEO arrives. What action would you take in the situation? Take a second to think about it, and then we'll show you the answer. That's right. Hope you selected A. Let's move on. Assessment objectives for PE.1.132 are 1. That visitors are escorted, and 2. Visitor activity is monitored. The assessment objects are the same as in the previous practice and domains, so feel free to take a second to pause and look at them. We're going to move forward. When assessment time rolls around, a C3PAO may examine any of the things on this list. So we're going to go over a few of them to make sure you understand them, but please make sure that you understand all of these as they can look at this or more. For the examine method, they might examine procedures addressing physical access control or system entry and exit points. They might interview personnel with physical access control responsibilities, and they might inspect physical access control devices. Here are some references on the screen that can be mapped to PE.1.132 in relation to other security standards. Feel free to use them to make that mapping process easier. And that's it for PE.1.132. Thanks for sticking till the end. Here's a bunch of resources on the screen for you to refer to. Please take a look at our CMMC blogs made by Intersec with the link on the screen, as well as join our mailing list at intersecinc.com/contact us to keep up to date with all relevant changes in CMMC and any other news related to the CMMC domain. As I've discussed in all the other videos, the best way to do anything is to take action. Learning about this is great, but the action is more important, and that can be done through our free CMMC Level 1 self-assessment platform that can be available at www.securitycompliance.io, where you can go ahead and identify your gaps in CMMC Level 1 and generate a free actionable gap analysis report. Please do visit it if you get some time. With that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and comment if you did enjoy, and continue to subscribe if you would like to see more educational content from us. Turn on post notifications so you can know when we post next time. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.